Hey my friends, welcome back to Kyle's Film Garage. So today I heard that there was a little something happening over here. There was a fire a bit ago at the Hollywood Center Hotel, which is pretty, it's a pretty famous hotel. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that, let you know what that is, and to give you the lay of the land of where we are. So first, what's the Hollywood Center Hotel?
The Hollywood Center Motel, located at 6720 West Sunset Boulevard, is a historic property that's been closed and vacant for the past 12 years. In March 2025, demolition notices were posted on the site, though it's reported that only a portion of the property will be torn down due to expensive maintenance. Yeah, okay, we'll see. The motel is known for its storied past. It began as a home built around 1901 and was converted into a motel in 1922. It was a crash pad for musicians like Neil Young, Buffalo Springfield, and Guns N' Roses in the 1970s and 80s. It was the location for two different murders, one in 1976 and another in 1986, which was related to the Billionaire Boys Club scandal. The property features a historic neon sign and sweet little cottages. There's a lot of history here, but let's go take a look at what it is now.
All right, so kind of taking a walk. I did a bunch of videos during the Tent City Hollywood. I take the same walk. It was in that last video that you saw. If you watch a Tent City Hollywood documentary, I had done many walks the same way, which is how the documentary ended up being a documentary. Like I could see like what happened over time. So we're on a bit of that same walk right now. We're on Highland coming up to Sunset. So this is from the last videos. There used to be a bunch of tents here right by the Chick-fil-A, and what's now Raising Cane's, that used to be the what's it called, the Heart something. It was vegan. It was a green restaurant. Kevin Hart, did it, and right now they got a Raising Cane. So you got chicken fingers over here and you got chicken over here, so you got competing chickens. So I can't eat any of that, being the celiac and whatnot, so I don't, because I can't. So anyway, we are here at Sunset and Highland. This is right by where we are now. Okay, basically, this is what I found out. They are going to be having a huge project, a real estate development project right across the street here. And that's why, hey, what's up, man? And that's why, like, this building has been closed for a long time too. So all of this is going to be a big development that I just found out about. And over here, this is the Rite Aid. Now the Rite Aid is a little bit of a different story. Like, the Rite Aid closed because of the bankruptcy that they went through, but here's what's going on. It's like you got all of these like closed down places. You got the Rite Aid here, you got the makeup, what used to be the makeup school over here, that's closed. So it looks like a bunch of like blighted properties, but I've seen this happen in Hollywood before. So what happens is the developers start canceling people's leases, and then all of a sudden, a few years down the line, you find out why. So this is the Rite Aid. What used to be a Rite Aid. I used to come here all the time, and now it's like all boarded up, which it's crazy. This is right on Sunset Boulevard. So I'm gonna give you a walk around this whole block so that you can get a lay of the whole situation. Now, next to this Rite Aid is the Hollywood Center Hotel, and there are has a lot of history, which I just told you a little bit about. So, but this right here, this stretch right here, if you watch the Tent City Hollywood documentary, this stretch was all tents for like 3 years. All right, so where are we, Kyle? So we're at McCadden and Sunset. So this is Sunset Boulevard. This is Chick-fil-A. This is a big giant encampment. So yeah, I haven't seen it like that with that much stuff in a while. I don't know exactly where everybody went or what they did, but you know, when the laws changed that you could not, you know, sleep on the sidewalk, then that's what changed. But so yeah, so if you want to watch that documentary, it's the last video on my channel to Tent City Hollywood. But here, this is the Hollywood Center Motel. So as you can see, we're gonna get a better view here, but there was a fire. I believe it was October 15th, something like that. Just a little while ago, there was a fire here. And there's nobody here now. I mean, look at that. There was a fire over there. So you can see the flames on the roof over there. Not the flames, but like the char part. And got the graffiti going on in there. This is wild. So this is going to be demolished as part of what they have going on with the real estate development. So they had a demolition permit, you know, for this place a while ago, and this has been kind of like ongoing. But yeah, see all the garbage back there? So the place kind of got taken over by vagrants. And so that is the end of an era of the Hollywood Center Motel. So what's interesting is I was here when there was another fire, which is right around the corner, and we're gonna go take a walk and I'll show you what it is now. And I actually was here on that day when the Hollywood Playhouse burned down. So we are at Sunset. So that's interesting. So that's the LA Weekly building, which is also closed. So if you can see, that building over there is closed, and you have the garden, and then you have this building right here. So I don't know what's going to happen with that, but then you have that building, which is closed, and then you have another empty lot. So I think that this is all going to be a huge, like, real estate development kind of situation. It's going to be massive. So that is in the hello, and that is in the development phase and getting permits and stuff like that. So, and it's going to be a 3-year build right over there. So where are we? Okay, so we just turned here. We're on Las Palmas. So right down here, this is where the Hollywood Playhouse burned down. So it looks like the shell of the building is there. So, wow, it's like the whole wall is kind of like bending out. I don't know if you can see that, but basically, like, beyond the two burned out windows there, the wall is like kind of like, looks like it got pushed out. So pushed out by the water, I imagine. Crazy. Yeah, so they had notice of demolition sign on here, so you can see it up there. I guess they were chopping through the ceiling like they do with their axes to get so that the water has somewhere to go. Yeah, you can't really see much from this. You can't really see inside from this vantage point, but see if there's any damage to. No, I mean, wow, you can see like, oh, okay, hang on, let's see if I can punch in. Yeah, can you see the window up there? That it's totally burnt out up there at the top there. And on this down here, you can see where like the water had built up on the inside of the walls, and there's a crack on that whole leading edge of the wall. So, oh, look at that. So, oh wow, check that out. So they are getting through the fence right now and climbing. Let me just step right over here so nobody sees me. So, okay. Hold on. All right, so you can see a couple of people climbing in through the fence right there. So that is the back of the motel. Interesting. So yeah, so this is the lot where the Hollywood Playhouse burned down, and I was here that day, and I have some footage. I'll see if I can find some of that footage. So yeah, those two people just climbed back in there. That's crazy. Okay. So yeah. So here we are where that burned down, and you have that empty property across the street there, and then you have that other stuff that I showed you earlier. So basically, it's going to be interesting to see what happens over the next few years with all this stuff. Who knows if I'll even be in this neighborhood in the next few years. I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, empty lot, LA Weekly, which no longer exists, which is a bummer because that was a super cool magazine. So I watched the video from Dearly Departed Tours about this yesterday, and I was like, all right, well, I gotta come check this out and see what's going on, because it's like I'd walked by here so many times on all of my videos. Let's see if we can see where those guys went. All right, so far I do not see them, but last time when Dearly Departed guy, I should know his name, but he was outside here where I am, and there were some people right back there. They were like throwing rocks at him. So I'm not trying to have anybody throw rocks at me, but you know, I'm just letting you know what happened. So yeah, so this is all gonna go away. Hollywood Center Hotel, a bit of Hollywood history. So yes, quite a few people died here. There were some murders and drug overdoses that happened here. If you want to know more about those stories, you can go to the Dearly Departed channel. He has a couple of videos about that. And yeah, but this is what it is now. It's crazy. Oh yeah, I just remembered what that place was called. It was the Hart House. The restaurant that is now Raising Cane's was the Hart House, the Kevin Hart restaurant, which was open for not very long. So I'm not sure what happened with the business plan there, but are you supposed to have like 2 years of money of not making any money, you know, for a business to like get it going, in the loan or whatever. It was not open for 2 years, not even close. So yeah, I don't know how those things kind of happen, but that's what happened with the Hart House. But so yeah, so that's the Rite Aid behind me. And if you remember from my videos, this whole thing in Tent City, Hollywood, you gotta go watch that. The last video, Tent City, Hollywood documentary. And yeah, this whole place was just like, just tense. It was pretty wild. Oh, hey, so something. So how you can support. My wife put out her first book on Amazon. Actually, you can get it everywhere. It's called 13 Short Horror Stories for Bedtime. And it's awesome. I highly recommend it. I will leave the link in the description to that. And she's the screenwriter of Preacher 6. And she also has a Kickstarter going for her new novel, Magic Spells Delivery Service. So if you like American Horror Story, Coven, that kind of thing, you will dig this book. It's pretty awesome. So Kickstarter's going now. You can get some signed stuff, you know, some stuff that you can't get once it's out, and you know, everything helps. So basically, with that Kickstarter, we hope to have it be a successful thing and use the money from that to finish Preacher 6, indie film all the way. This is how this goes, my friends. So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to come show you that. And I'll try to do more of this, like when I find out interesting stuff that goes on. But be sure to join the channel, subscribe, click like, leave a comment, do all that kind of stuff. It all helps. And yeah, if you join the channel for like $2, that'll help too. And I will see you on the next video.